Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second episode of Noteworthy Interactions. So this video is going to be a little bit different than the previous one. Instead of covering a full build's worth of interactions, I'm just going to focus on one specific interaction this time, which I feel people have been overlooking. This interaction was actually introduced in Delirium League when the timeless Keystone jewels were introduced. And it hasn't really seen much use up until this point. So I am, of course, talking about Supreme Decadence, which is a keystone that you get from this Elegant Hubris timeless jewel. Make sure that it's the Kadiro jewel. So these jewels can roll a couple different mods, and if you don't have the Kadiro one, it won't give you this Supreme Decadence keystone. It'll give you something else instead. So at first glance, it seems like, it sounds like a pretty decent keystone. Life recovery from flasks applies to energy shield. If you've ever actually played an energy shield build like a CI or a low life build, you know that it's kind of annoying not to be able to use life flasks. If you get yourself into a sticky situation where your life drops really low, it sucks not having that sort of panic button that you can just pop and suddenly recover all of your health. So instead, a lot of ES builds kind of rely on mechanics like recharge or regen, and these types of mechanics take some time to kick in and be effective. So something like life recovery from flasks applying to energy shield sounds pretty good. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite work like that, so I'll try to give you a quick demo here. So this is a low life character. We have an energy shield based build, and I have a life flask here, and I'm pressing my 1 key right now, but it's not doing anything, right? So let's take a look at why that is. As it turns out, you actually stop recovering life as soon as you hit your maximum unreserved life. So the flask effect stops completely, and you won't recover any energy shield because you're not recovering any life from the flask. This is the same for mana flask as well, and it's the reason that this enduring mana flask is so effective. So this enduring mod makes it so that flask effect is not removed at full mana. Unfortunately, there is no similar enduring mod for life flasks available. So, it might seem like this is kind of a useless keystone. However, it actually works with instant flasks. So let me go get some flasks to show you. So I'll take some damage. And now if I hit my 1 key, it'll instantly recover. But you'll notice on the keystone that it actually only grants 30%, it grants 30% less life recovery from flasks. So since this flask gives 979 life, it ends up giving you somewhere around 680, 685 or something like that energy shield per use, which is pretty mediocre. It's not really worth it, honestly, to spend an entire jewel socket and keystone just to get 600 life back whenever you use a flask. However, there's actually a different instant recovery mod that you can roll on a flask, and that is instant recovery when on low life. And you'll notice that this only has 25% reduced amount recovered, as opposed to this one, which has 66% reduced amount. So when you compare the two, this one's recovering 979, this one's recovering 2100, 2160 life. So this is obviously a lot better. And since we're playing a low life energy shield build, we're always on low life, so we always get the increased, we always get the instant recovery. So even with the 30% reduced, 30% less recovery from this flask pod, from this keystone, you still recover around 1,500 life from an instant flask, which is better than you would get on a life build with a normal life instant flask. But it actually gets even better than that. If we take a look at the Pantheon, if you get the Soul of Ryslatha Pantheon and you upgrade it, you'll notice that it gives 60% increased life recovery from flasks when used on low life. And again, we're always on low life, so this effect is always active. So we're actually gaining about 2,400 life per instant flask use. And the Ryslatha Pantheon also gives us charges every 3 seconds if we haven't used a flask recently. So it actually keeps your flask charges up even in longer boss fights where you're not really killing anything and gaining more flask charges. So this interaction is actually pretty useful on basically any low life build. It's really nice to be able to have just that instant recovery panic flask. It's great for, when you accidentally, get hit by a boss, like big attack or something like that, and you need to just top off your energy shield. And there aren't really very many ways to do that with energy shields. So I think this is actually a pretty powerful interaction that not many people seem to be utilizing. So I just wanted to share that. Yeah,